Very good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. Today, I wanted to discuss a very important thing because this is not tallying with the computer screens. There are a lot of news we are having about AirAsia, and our YouTube channel covered all the news. But now there is a news which is coming that AirAsia Group is selling around 33% stake in Indian operations to Tata Sons, and that too at the valuation of around 37 billion US dollars. Which precisely means if I compute 1% of the valuation, then this is around little bit higher than 1 billion. Considering AirAsia, and by the way, AirAsia is accounting a very good market share in the Indian category, to be honest. Valuation of 33% stake is at $37 million. This is really tricky for me. I understand valuation. I look at everything from intrinsic valuation, and that is really tricky for me that a 33% stake is around 37 million US dollars. And valuation is between two parties. If we keep that aside, because AirAsia is agree at 37 million, Tata Sun is agree at 37 million, okay. But it raises two important questions for me. Number one, few days ago, when a news flashed that UK is having another strain of coronavirus, Indian market went closer to 13,200 in Nifty and around 29,000 in at Bank Nifty. And now there are many intelligent Einstein, Edisons and Newtons coming in public domain, and they are saying that FI investments to continue in Indian market. By the way, I really doubt they understand how FI plays, and I doubt they're aware of the fact that FI sold around 14 billion plus Indian bonds in this year, which is highest since 1999. But media will not talk about the bonds, rather media will talk about the equities. Yesterday, while deliberating with one of my very good friends who works as a banker in US, we were discussing about whether the flows which are coming in the emerging market, including India, will it increase the capital problem or it decrease the capital problem? And in a group discussion, we concluded that it increased the capital problem because the money which is coming in India or different emerging markets, it is really a hot money. Hot money, it means that this money is chasing a particular goal. If this goal is okay, the sooner the goal will met, the sooner the money will flow out. While the real meaning of the capital flow is IKEA, the largest furniture maker of the globe, is setting up the stores in India, which is I term as a real capital flow, and I term this as a greenfield investment because they have to work from the start. And I think IKEA is doing decently well and adding a pressure on unicorns. But this is a real example of how capital flows versus the hot money flows. Since AirAsia is now more or less quitting the Indian operations, this raises two important questions to me about the aviation sector. Except Indian markets, no markets in the world is giving hype to aviation sector. Whether you take it Japanese market, European market, Southeast Asian market or US market, no one is giving hype to the aviation sector except Indian markets. Because they understand that after Britain came in public domain and said that a second strain of virus, and after that around 7+ countries reported in public domain that yes, we also found that strain, and somehow the public information suggests that India also received the visitors from UK, and the probability is that they got a strain. Having said that, we need to wait and watch, how many countries will continue to have a ban on UK. not in the negative sense, just as to safeguard themselves. The news is also coming that government is planning to continue to have no UK flight landing to and fro even after 31st December 2020. Keeping all this as a backdrop, plus now AirAsia is quitting, how justified is the valuation of the aviation sector and how justified is the retail investors to take position in the aviation sector? To me, it is completely not justified. And more importantly, if we are getting lots of article that the Jet Airways will start their or resume their operations from summers in 2021, summer means around March or April in Indian context. Now, which precisely I'm not sure whether the existing vendors who still have some kind of commitment with the Jet Airways, they will get paid or not. That is a time will tell. But this is what it is coming. So two important questions. Number one, after AirAsia quitting, would it be possible for any international aviation company to come in India and start working? It's a big question. I know that people have answers. I have my own answer, but time will tell the gravity of the answer. Second important, government is really in a very tight spot as far as the fiscal condition is concerned. Fiscal condition is worsening. Like, I put it on the YouTube. I got an information that the Indian states, and the data is as per RBI, by the way, the Indian states needs to pay around 16 trillion Indian rupee. 16 trillion, which means what? 16 lakh crores. 16 trillion Indian rupees from fiscal year 22 till fiscal year 27 or 28 in the another 5 to 6 years. 5 to 6 years you need to pay 16 trillion Indian rupee, and God knows how much is the outstanding debt. Unfortunately, I do not have the data in that regards. So government is definitely in a tight position, and because of that the government is looking to disinvest as maximum as possible. Unfortunately, in the last several years, the government not been able to reach near to the target of the disinvestment. And as we are getting a lot of news about the Britain coronavirus and so on and so forth, we really need to wait and watch till what extent the government would be able to make this happen. But again, one of the companies who are in the list of disinvestment is the Air India. And there are a lot of news in the public domain that Tatas are really interested in Air India. Okay, that's a Tata's call whether they would like to go ahead with Air India or not. But to me, it looks like that Tatas are rebranding. Like one side they are looking for Big Basket, and other side they are looking for Air India. Third side they are launching the Super App, and there are so many. By the way, in the last 2 months, the news about the Super App is absolutely gone. 2 months ago, the media was like super app, super app, super app. This company is launching super app. This company is launching super app. But now, where is super app? Only Superman knows. Now the question is, if AirAsia is quitting India, would it be easy for the government to find a bidder for Air India? And that too at the government terms. That is really very important. So today news is really a very tricky thing for me, and I'm doing my research in that regards, but there are a lot of questions and answers after today news of AirAsia. And unfortunately, except Indian markets, even US, Europe, and Japanese and Southeast Asian markets, the aviation stocks are consistently lower. I will not be surprised that aviation stocks will once again fall in the first quarter of 21, provided or unfortunately this coronavirus news will spread and the news strain start damaging the global economy. This is my outlook on AirAsia selling their stake, in the selling their stake to Tata Sun. Let's see how this shapes up. But this is Rahul from Treasury Consulting Group. Our news desk is definitely live. If you wish, you can subscribe. Apart from that, our trainings, video trainings, Sheetal Academy, FNO Learning Desk, Mota Bhai Club, and there is so many things which are working. If you wish, you definitely welcome to WhatsApp 9818485155. I repeat 9818485155. Have a great time ahead, sir. Thank you.